A very, very good morning to you. Welcome to another edition of Hello Day with me, Shiko Kaitani. As always, I am taking over from my fantastic co-host, Mr. Barry Moses, and our guest presenter this morning, Miss Nasra. Remember that SMS number is 22162 if you want to interact with us today. Please begin your text message with the words YM254. If you want to catch up with us on social media, well, karibu sana. We are Y254 TV on Instagram, not to mention Facebook, as well as Y254 channel on Twitter. Now, I know it's Friday the 13th, and traditionally that would mean it's bad luck, but trust me, nothing but good vibes coming your way on Y254. In just a moment, we do have Bendi Uhuru and Sai coming your way with a 20-minute back-to-back performance, and it's a special treat courtesy of the Breakfast Crew just for you. For now, though, I am so excited to introduce my first guest. You may probably know this guy's work through his songwriting, and that's because he is the co-writer of the hit song Melanin by Sauti Sol. Please welcome to studio Nviiri Sande. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Woo.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
The Storyteller. You missed that one out.
Nice.
The Storyteller.
Storyteller.
Oh, yeah.
AKA the Storyteller.
There you have it.
Okay, so I know we are going to talk about storytelling.
Yeah.
But I know you were jamming on your guitar, doing something freestyle for us. What were you working on?
She's a heartbreaker. She been over backbreaker. Steaming hot water vapor. I wanna die too. You're a heartbreaker. You been over backbreaker. Steaming hot water vapor. You should be dating me.
Hey! Well, I've never had an on-screen proposal before, but thank you. All right, we shall discuss Chini Amaji. But welcome yet again to the set.
Thank you very much
I know everybody, of course, is crazy about Melanin. It's been such a hit.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
And of course to Sauti Sol.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to start off by asking you, when it comes to, for example, Melanin, is that like a story that symbolizes something from your past? How did you come up with that track?
It was a joint effort. I do a lot of songwriting with BN mostly.
Yeah.
So I had my version and he had his.
Right.
Yeah, Lord knows I was going through a heartbreak somehow.
You were going through a heartbreak?
Yeah.
Yes.
She a heartbreaker, man.
Yes.
But then we're like, enough with these sad songs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as you're heartbroken, you'd still want to date that lead, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's bad like that.
Oh my God. Is there does she know this song is actually about her, whoever she is?
Nah,
Madame X.
I wouldn't put it close. It's too big for her. Man.
It's too big for her, too big of a hit.
Yeah.
That's great.
We'll get another one.
Yeah. All right. So now you talk about how this girl is a heartbreaker. You know, I still want to date her. So she's a badass.
She's badass.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that.
So also, and when we're talking about badass, the first thing that popped into our mind was Nairobi Diaries.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, that hook is all about Nairobi Diaries.
Are you
Would
kidding?
you put me in your diary? Yeah,
Sweet,
Nairobi
yeah.
Sin put me in your diary. That was all Nairobi Diaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any characters in specific from the show? But Nairobi is just full of, those ladies.
Those five ladies, they're all there. So
Yeah.
I don't know pinpoint anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I know as a singer-songwriter, sometimes maybe an artist wouldn't be able to actually execute a song the way you did. Of course, now you're probably happy because it's a hit.
Oh, yeah.
But in the beginning, did BN and the entire team actually manage to interpret or, execute your song as you planned?
Hey, they always deliver.
Yeah.
Even I have my own jams,
Yeah.
and big fans of my music. Thanks, guys.
No. Yeah.
So, but when they sing my jams, it actually sounds really, really good. There's just something about them. They deliver all the way. So I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was like, if I would have done it, it wouldn't have come up the way it did.
Yeah.
Well, so thumbs up to that.
So they
And again,
bring a bit something special to
Yeah. And I don't really believe it would have been bigger if at all I did it.
Yeah.
So step by step.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. So before now we talk to you about you know, what the whole vibe of the storyteller comes in. Yeah. I want to know more about the art of actually writing music, and we do have quite a number of Wasanis who are here, and yes, they can sing, but writing music is not as easy as it sounds.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about writing music, is first I figured, just like what you've said, I figured that singing can only take you this far. Today you'll sing very well, then someone will be like, hey, you really know how to sing.
Yeah.
2 days later they'll be like, hey, you guys, she actually knows how to sing. It wouldn't be like such a big deal.
Yeah.
But when you can do good songwriting, it's something that will relate to people.
Yeah.
These guys, even if you have the worst voice in the world, guys will still sing along. They will love the story behind it. So that's why I figured content will be much heavier. Let me get a story that anyone can relate to, and anyone, if anyone sings it, well, it will still have the same impact.
Right.
Yeah. So then I specialized more on songwriting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that's so commendable, because I think, you know, everybody wants to be the star of the show. Everybody wants to be in the limelight. But, you know, for a lot of us who probably now have, you know, access to music, you know for a fact, or you read about music, people like Babyface, people like Neo are even bigger as songwriters than they are even as artists.
So
because
true.
Babyface has spent how many jams, and for how many artists who were like, whoa, they're #1 artists. Yeah.
Even I'll Always Love You by Whitney.
Yeah.
Is also, it was written by someone else. Yeah. And in the beginning I was a bit hesitant about writing songs for people, because I felt so attached. But thanks to my mentors, they were like, you have to be writing every single day, get better, and that way you won't get attached to anything. And if at all you're ready to share that, whatever you've written, it will be much easier. And that's how it started. From there, and I was writing every single day. I've been writing songs for guys. And thanks to Melanin, the exposure has been even bigger.
Yeah, because everyone's like, who wrote that track? Yeah,
so I even saw an article, guys were saying like, this is a very unique sound, and I was just smiling. I'm like, yo, mama, I made it. If at all they can notice the difference in that track, I'm like, whoo!
Yeah, good stuff.
Put some respect to it.
Yeah, but how do you know if a song is good? Honestly, like, how would you, do you just chance it, or you can actually look at something and say, this one, I know it will be a #1 hit?
Well, I listen to a lot of songs. I love good music. So that should be able also to resonate on myself. I can tell if at all it doesn't really work. And another thing, I share my music with people even before it's released. And I'd want to get your attention from the word go. If I don't, I'll know. I won't wait for your compliment or anything, because I know for friends they'll be like, you're doing really good. But I don't really buy that. So I'd really want to see it in your eyes. I get your attention from the word go there. I'll be like, I've actually done something.
Fantastic. Okay, if you do have any questions, remember that SMS number is 22162. Please begin your text message with YM254. All right, let's talk real quick about Storyteller. Why do you call yourself the Storyteller?
Well, the Storyteller is simply because most of my songs have been stories from experiences. Not necessarily mine.
I'm thinking you do spoken word. I'm thinking you're a poet.
People actually think of that. But no, not really. It's just like those guys do it in poetry and spoken word. How about I do it in music? So I tell an entire story, but the artwork is different and makes it more interesting. Hence the Storyteller.
All right, fantastic. We want you to do something real quick before we get to the questions from the audiences right about now.
Okay. So let me tell you a story.
Tell me a story.
This is me. Because I don't like the story to be associated to me, but anyway. Naomba baby asifike home mapema, jubado nina hema. Naomba nisionekane na maniba, juu atanisema. Kwani nilikunywa nini jana, nikapita na batenda. But if she ever gets to know about us, naja vile ndasema, huyu ni kuzoa auntie yangu, hey, saidia baba yangu mdogo. So
Nice, nice. And how do you usually go about it? Do you start with the chorus first before you build on to the verse, or there's no structure to it?
Most of my songs, I figure that they come from a specific punchline.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel, wait a minute, it makes sense and it's really heavy. So the rest of the song will actually revolve around it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's from just one line. Then again, the melody also is there. I specifically learned how to play the guitar just for composition purposes.
Yeah.
It wasn't even for performances, but then I've been told, you better sing and play the guitar at the same time.
All right, great. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at some of the text messages here. There's one that has actually come in from Nelson, who says, congratulations, well done on the track Melanin.
Thank you, Nelson.
The first question is, what is it like actually working with Sauti Sol? I like that question.
Mama, I made it.
Who are they? Like, do they pretend to be the nice guys we see?
Hey, yo,
and down to earth.
It's really humbling because these guys accepted me just the way I showed up, and they supported everything, and they're like, hey, you're really skilled. Yeah. And whatever you see is what is there. The real guys, the genuine. And through them, I've figured that also me as an artist, I should really stay humble and be real. These guys are big, but they're as real as they can get.
But then just to build on that point, interestingly enough, I've bumped into Akina Sauti Sol like twice or thrice, probably just having lunch, and those guys are constantly talking in Sheng. Always. But then you have this perception of them that, hey, Mazeo Menda Maju, they do big things, but by then they're just like, Buddha, you know, I mean, it's just so, it's hilarious watching them talk.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that makes you like feel right at home when you're with them. Yes. They don't force anything there. They just, Okusawa. Yeah, you know, something that you'll relate with.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we've got one here from Benna, who says, if you were to give someone advice on how to start songwriting, what would it be?
Let your personality come out through your music. Because for me, I love humor, a lot of humor. So as you can tell from Marcelina, I'm trying to excuse myself. Yeah. So that's the only thing that will make you unique. I wouldn't want you to sing the same thing that I'm singing. Yes. Yeah, so your uniqueness will be your personality. Yes. If you can bring that one out through your music, well and good.
Okay. All right, last question here coming in from Angela. What are you working on next? We definitely want to know what the next big hit is. I like that.
Hey, just released, yesterday I released a song called X and Ava. Yeah, so it has been getting a lot of buzz on social media, mostly Instagram. Guys are posting photos of themselves before and after, which is hilarious. Yeah, then with the hashtag X and Ava. Yeah. So that is out. Okay. And I'm writing songs for artists. Yes. And you'll be seeing a lot of that coming out very soon.
All right, great. Okay, so I'm going to let the fans know how they can reach you, you know, where they can find more about your music. Right. You know, talk to them. That's your camera 3 right there.
All right, so Nviiri the Storyteller, Nviiri. That is on Instagram, actually all platforms, but on Twitter is Nviiri Storytime. So feel free to like, subscribe, and let's engage. Yeah. Ask any questions. You're free to answer. I've gotten help from guys before, so I'm willing to also.
You're also available to
I'm available to plug you guys up. You know, I'm your plug for today and tomorrow. Yeah.
And for the ladies who are eyeing BN.
First, you can get my number. We'll talk about that.
You're blocking.
So I'll be filtering. You know, I think I'll keep this one for you. Yeah.
All right. So it was such a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for passing by. All right. That is definitely Nviiri Sande, who is actually the co-writer to the hit song Melanin by Sauti Sol, giving us a couple of tips on what it's really like to actually be a singer and songwriter. Definitely doing some amazing things behind the scene. You can definitely catch him on all his social media platforms, and of course a rerun of this particular interview on our YouTube channel page. Sawa sawa, keep it Y254 because Bendi, Uhuru and Sai are coming up next.